If you're thinking about selling your home in New Jersey, you're probably asking yourself one big question. What am I actually going to pay at closing? Because a lot of homeowners are shocked when they see the final numbers. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what sellers pay at closing in New Jersey, who pays what, and how much you'll realistically walk away with. All right, my name is Rich Adamski of the Adamski Home Selling Team at eXp Realty. We help homeowners across Monmouth and Middlesex County sell smart and maximize their profit. Let's break this down very clearly so you know exactly what to expect before you list. Now, who pays the closing costs in New Jersey? In New Jersey, both buyers and sellers have closing costs, but sellers typically pay the larger portion. Sellers usually cover real estate commissions, New Jersey Realty transfer fee, attorney fees, and certain title-related charges. Now, real estate commissions over the last 2 years now have a wide different array where you can go, but we're going to be speaking what normally is still transacted here in the States. Buyers have their own closing costs on their side, but when people ask who pays the closing costs in New Jersey, the honest answer is both parties do, but sellers usually pay more. Now, what do sellers actually pay for? Let's go line by line. The seller's cost is typically real estate commissions. This is negotiated before you list the property and often one of the biggest percentage of the sale. Next is the New Jersey Realty transfer fee. This is the state fee that is transferred ownership to the next property owner. Then you have attorney fees. In New Jersey, we're attorney friendly. Attorneys are common in the real estate transaction, and most sellers hire one for the contract review and the closing coordination. There also may be some title-related administrative charges depending on the actual transaction. Now, if you still have a mortgage on your home, you have a mortgage payoff that comes out of the closing. But that's not really a fee per se. That's just you paying off what you owe to the bank. And finally, there's our prorations like property taxes, HOA dues, water bills, sewer charges that get adjusted at the closing. Now, what percentages do sellers actually pay? In most cases, sellers in New Jersey are paying somewhere between 6 to 8%, sometimes lower, but that's typical what we are in the state. Total closing related costs. That range depends on the commission structure, the price of the home, and what's negotiated during credits and concessions. But as a general rule, budgeting 6 to 8% is your realistic expectation. Closing cost calculator is going to give you an example. Let's run a simple example. You sell a home for $500,000, you use 6%, that's $30,000. You use 7%, that's $35,000, 8%, that's $40,000, 5%, that is $25,000, so on and so forth. Now, then you have your mortgage balances that get paid off. Whatever remains after those deductions is what we call your seller net proceeds, the amount that you walk away with. This is why using a seller closing cost calculator or getting a professional net sheet before you list the home is very critical. You don't want to guess, you want to know. Now, when do sellers actually pay the closing costs? Sellers don't pay closing costs upfront. Everything is deducted at closing from the proceeds of the sale. You don't typically write checks out of your own pocket. The title company handles all the deductions and all the wires that have the remaining balances. Now, how do sellers actually get paid? On closing day, the buyer wires the funds to the title company. The title company now pays off your existing mortgage, pays the real estate commissions, pays all the other additional fees that are tacked on, and then wires you the net proceeds directly to your bank account. Most sellers receive their money typically in the same day or within 24 hours. Now, if you're thinking about selling in Monmouth County or Middlesex County, I'll prepare a completely free seller net sheet for you so you know exactly what you would walk away with before you make any moves. Call or text me at 908-324-5978 or visit jerseyrealestate.co. And if you want more videos about selling, buying, living in Central New Jersey, hit the subscribe button. But we'll go over exactly what to do when the right time is.